Dan now has everything in place to finally call for extraction and put an end to his ordeal. But first, he has to somehow fight his way to the Grand Ohio Mall at the very northeast of Louisville. Yes, indeed, it is time for Dan to begin his fight north to the Grand Ohio Mall in Louisville. His plan is to go east. We've come to the crossroads just north of the hospital. We've taken a right. We're going to go and try and make our way north along the very eastern edge of Louisville. So the first stop is somewhere along this road here. Hopefully there will be a hotel, and Dan is going to clear the area out and make that his base. Okay, so here we are. This is the turn for the hotel. It is clearly very alarming. Now again, Dan does not have a sophisticated plan. His plan is to get out and start swinging with the fire axe. So let's get to it, and let's just hope he can kill them quicker than they flood into the area after his arrival. Oh no, that is bad. That is bad. That is really bad. That is, okay, this is really bad. That alarm from the car is going to draw in absolutely hundreds of zombies. Dan needs to get out of it, and he needs to get out of here now. But where he's going to go, he has no idea. Okay, well, Dan has just basically driven south. He just needed to get out of that area as quickly as possible. That was the hotel. But that car alarm has basically ruined his whole plan. We got another problem now because Dan is driving around trying to find a residential area, and that road is completely barricaded and there's too many trees on the other side. He doesn't really want to get out of his vehicle, but also he doesn't want to be surrounded by zombies and stuck inside. Stuck. We're going to clear the area. Again, there's going to be zombies coming in response to the noise of the truck. We're going to clear the area and then try and clear a way through the road. Okay, well, Dan's going to have to just cut down this tree so that there's enough space. Maybe just cut down a few more just to make sure there's enough space for that huge military truck. I guess Dan is just going to have to keep going east until he finds some sort of residential area, and then he's going to have to study the map and come up with a new plan. Okay, well, let's just take a moment to study the map together. Now, Dan is right here, and right over here where that red square is, there's the hotel. There was a car alarm, so that would have drawn in zombies from all over this area. There could potentially be hundreds now. There's the hospital. Dan took a right. We're going east. The plan is get to this road here and then continue north gradually until that's the extraction point, until Dan gets to the Louisville, Ohio Mall. Just think, let's just take a moment to think about just how many zombies he's going to have to kill just to even get there. And then there's going to be even more, thousands upon thousands. But I suppose let's just take one day at a time. I think Dan is just going to drive straight up. Again, keep it simple, drive straight up to this area here, jump out, and trust that he's got the skills and the fitness to clear the area. Okay, well, this is the turn. It's come a lot quicker than Dan was expecting, but this is where he starts his journey north to the Ohio Mall. Just up ahead, there's a small residential area. There are some shops, and there is also a lot of zombies. I'm not really sure if this is a good idea. There are zombies absolutely everywhere. Okay, let's just pull in at the gas station. I got a bad feeling about this. I got a really bad feeling about this. I'm not sure if this was a good idea for Dan. Oh my, there are so many zombies. There's no going back now. He's gonna have to fight to survive. Oh no, oh my god. That is not the best start. Let's take a chill pill. Oh boy, that is a lot of zombies. That is a big group. Oh, Dan can just see them grabbing him and it's all over. We've got to get to work. We've got to take this group down. But this is going to be a massive struggle, especially if Dan keeps missing every other shot. That beta blocker is not doing its job because there were just so many. There's going to be even more coming in. Oh my god, maybe Dan's pushed it too far already. Oh my god, there's so many around the truck. Oh my god, there's so many more piling in. Oh, this is bad. The truck's going to be surrounded. Dan is going to start to get tired soon. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be too much for him. But if he can do some more of that, maybe it won't be. Okay, well the tide can change quickly. Dan has killed 6 zombies in a row. I think he's going to need another beta blocker, so he's starting to feel that maybe this is doable, but he's got to hold this garage forecourt, and there's the tiredness already. Man, could this be too much for Dan? Oh wow, yeah, that's quite a few zombies. Oh my god. Okay, let's take an energy drink. I think we've got one. Yeah, let's just drink this. That will get rid of Dan's first level of exertion and make him much more effective. But things are really in the balance at the moment. If this is too many zombies for Dan to take out to kill, he's got nowhere to run to because his truck is surrounded. And right now he doesn't know what to do. Well, Dan might have an opportunity here to get back to his truck, make a run for it. But he's only got, what is that, barely a dozen? Yeah, it's just a dozen. So he's going to try. He's going to try and stand and fight. There's also a hand axe there as well. Ooh, almost backed into a big group. Been quite lucky that truck leaving the engine on was the intent to allow Dan to get a quick escape. But it could actually work out well for him, in the sense that it's been a bit of a distraction for a lot of these zombies. Can Dan take down this group before he starts to get too tired again? Man, one shot after one shot. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying when having 5 or 6 levels in this axe. It's almost as good as a katana. Okay, Dan is just regathering. He's had a little bit of a break. He's taken another beta blocker. Let's continue the swing in. He's already tired again. But you can see, man, did he turn the tide? There's just a couple more zombies on him. Look at the amount of corpses on the floor. Man, this guy really is built different. He really is. Okay, well that is that one group on him taken care of. And there is only a few. Dan was worried that there might be a couple of dozen, but there's only a few around his truck. So I think he's done it. I think he's got his first proper foothold in Louisville. He's still got a lot of work to do to find somewhere safe to sleep tonight. And now those zombies are going to keep coming. But Dan's got this. Hey, well there we go. But man, Dan really did put himself in a really sticky situation, but he was able to fight his way out of it. Incredible. We look at this scene of absolute destruction wrought by Dan and his fire axe all within a couple of hours. Yeah, I think it's time for him to get out of sight, get in the gas station, take a break, get some food, and continue his conquest north, further into Louisville. Yeah, well, Dan has had a rest. I'm not really sure if it's enough of a rest, but he's eager to get on with it. Now, just to the south here, that's where the residential area is, and that's where Dan needs to prioritize. He needs to get in, needs to find somewhere safe to sleep tonight. It's already 3 o'clock. In a few hours, it's going to get dark. Let's head on in, clear the area. We've got 2-story homes, so we should be able to find somewhere pretty safe and secure for Dan to sleep tonight. Okay, well, as you can see just to the left, that house, the first house, the back door is broken down. There's this one right nearby. Well, I was just about to say, has all the windows intact, but it's not the case anymore. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of breaking doors and breaking glass as they react to the noise of Dan breaking skulls. Okay, well I think this is going to be Dan's safe house for the night. So you know what, let's just grab the truck. Let's bring it in, park it on the drive, and hopefully the noise of the vehicle will draw all the nearby zombies out from their little hidey holes, and Dan can give them a special welcome. Okay, well you know what, Dan has already changed his mind. He's seen this house here, right behind the gas station. Now there's always a welcoming committee. Okay, let's jump out and clear the area. But he just likes the look of it. It's a nice big house with a double garage. It's could be the best place Dan has had to sleep. Well, since he crash landed all those days and weeks and months ago. First, I make sure the area is absolutely clear. Okay, so Dan is just going to work his way to the end of the street. He wants to, almost got surprised there. He wants to clear the whole block, really. And with skills like he has with the axe, really shouldn't take long at all. So yeah, it really didn't take very long at all. I did it more than once, but Dan really needs to find more fire axes. He really does. Just so he can do that. Okay, well that is the area, the road in front of Dan's new safe house clear. So let's just put this on the drive and then we'll go around the other side of the block. We don't want any nasty surprises for later on when Dan is maybe tired or trying to get to sleep. Okay, well for now that appears to be the last zombie in the nearby block. There's probably a few hiding in the houses that will just appear at random times, but for now let's get back to Dan's chosen safe house, and we'll go inside and make sure it's clear. And then with a bit of luck, Dan might have a few more hours to do some looting. This is dicey. There's definitely at least one inside. Back door's locked as well. Dan needs to be really careful here. Just hearing one lot of knocking. Oof, that's dodgy. Which sounds like it's upstairs. Okay, needs to be really careful here. Can never tell if the banging is on the door. Is which side they're on. Just the one. Dan didn't want to open it and find his four there. That's why he didn't stand his ground. Well, it seems that Dan chose this house really well. Will you look at that? 3 more boxes of shotgun shells. I think Dan now has at least 2 dozen, which is just, I mean, that's 1,000 shells. Dan can do some serious damage, but I got a feeling whatever amount of ammo he does collect, it is not going to be enough. Okay, well that is this house clear. This is going to be Dan's place to sleep for tonight at least. He doesn't want to hang around. He wants to continue to get north. What he really wants to do right now is to have a wash. Okay, Dan's had a little bit of a wash. You can see his trousers still absolutely blooded. And let's just check again for a little bit more food. Okay, why not? Why not? It is 8 o'clock. Let's continue to push north. There's a small strip mall, and in a moment you will see why Dan has made a specific beeline for this area. Okay, so we're back outside. Still can't quite believe that just one person can do all that in a couple of hours, but they can. It wasn't just one person, it was him. As I said, Dan really is built different. And yeah, we'll definitely need that. We're going to need a lot of energy drinks to keep Dan going these next few days. But here, there's some really potentially good loot. There is a milk and more, but perhaps even more importantly, there is a hunting supply store which gives Dan another opportunity to stock up on his ammo. Because as I said, he's going to need it. And what he's going to need to do for now is just to work through and clear the area, which should be a piece of cake. Well, that was an unexpected bonus as well. A beer and liquor store. Awesome. Well, this place just gets better and better. There's also an EP tools here as well, which we should have. I mean, it might even have some fire axes. Okay, Dan needs to take a little bit of a step back here, not get overconfident. He's getting quite tired. It is getting late. I think he's pushed it about as far as he needs to. But now he's going to work his way back to his safe house. Then, man, he is going to grab hell of a lot of useful loot tomorrow. Okay, it is the next morning. Dan has got a loot bag equipped secondaries, hoping to fill it in quick. Ooh, hand axe. He's hoping to fill it in quick time. There you can see Dan made quite an announcement yesterday, and well, he was just about to say that he killed every single zombie in the area within a couple of blocks, and now there should be just loads of loot lying around for him to just easily and quickly pick up. But it just always seems to be another zombie. But man, we got a hand axe. That is brilliant. That is fortunate that Dan managed to catch his eye on that. But up here, as you can see, hopefully at least, Dan did clear out the vast majority of the zombies, and he's looking forward to just looting really quickly and easily. But of course not. Why would that be the case? Why would that be the case? Here is the milk and more. He's hoping it is full of food. There is a gun store up the road. Could potentially get a lot of valuable supplies today. But just when he thinks things are going to be straightforward, the zombies just keep on coming. Let's just go with a tactical knife. Yeah, well, they actually really do keep on coming. That is a big group. Now, Dan walked down this street barely 12 hours ago, and there wasn't a zombie anywhere. Where the hell did they all come from? Okay, well, it is a little bit slower, but Dan is still pretty effective with the tactical knife. So we're gonna really we're gonna keep going with that. Now, where the hell are these zombies coming from? This is crazy. But we're gonna keep going with the tactical knife until it is used up. Man, this is just crazy. Well, this is crazy. Dan thought that there just would not be any zombies around here, and he's barely made it around the corner. He's already had to take out a good 20 or so zombies. He hasn't had any breakfast yet. Let's hope we can find some decent amount of food in this place. Wow, now this is looking promising. Look at that. That is a lot of food, and these shelves look full. This could be some really valuable supplies for Dan. Okay, well, we look at that. The shelves really were full of gear. I mean, they're not now because Dan's just scooped it all up, but look at all of that. That is going to help Dan put on weight because, you know, just for a change, he's been slowly and gradually losing weight. So finding things like cereal, corned beef, that's going to help to really turn it around. This is a really good start. Okay, well, incredible. Dan is walking out of that one location with literally a whole bag full of food. He's going to eat really well today. You know what? Let's actually fall back to the truck and bring it down here. Actually, can we get the truck through there? We probably can. Let's actually, you know what? We need to check these SWAT vans. These could be sitting here with a massive stockpile of guns and ammo. Let's check them out. Ooh, wow. Absolutely nothing. Already emptied, I guess. Let's check the other one. Oh yeah, big fat zero. Absolutely nothing. It kind of looked promising, but they didn't deliver. Oh, Dan thought he'd got stuck then, right then. Man, that is a big group. Where the hell are all these zombies coming from? This is insane. Well, Dan knew that that truck is pretty loud, but he did not realize it is this loud. Man, that is a lot of zombies. This is crazy, the amount of zombies there still were. Man, this is escalated so quickly. Dan is actually panicked out of his mind. We need to get a beta blocker, a chill pill, for Dan to get control of this situation again. Okay, well, that chill pill is doing its thing, and let's hope this hand axe and Dan do their thing as well, because that is a big group. Well, again, Dan was hoping to be able to just blast through and loot this area and be moving north in the afternoon before it got dark, because he really wants to make the progress north towards his final destination. You know, he is eager to get out of here, but again, his progress has been slowed somewhat by just the sheer number of zombies. But you can see just how quickly Dan can take them down, almost as quickly as they come. Whether he's got a hand axe, whether he's got some sort of axe, this guy is almost unstoppable. And yes, I nearly did forget a whole bag full of food, but I didn't, not this time. Now can Dan fit through, or is he going to get the truck stuck? Oof, just about fitted through. Oof. Man, this thing is huge. Okay, well that's the milk and more taken care of, but looky, there's the Aeon Run hunting supply. Just hope that there's a lot of guns and ammo in there, because Dan just can't get enough guns and ammo at the moment. He's going to need a lot. Oh, well again, those shelves look well stocked. Dan is like a little kid looking through the window of a sweet shop at the moment with a longing look on his face. But I'm seeing those security shutters again. Let's just take a peek. We got a problem. Okay, we got another problem. It's just zombie after zombie. Let's drop off this bag of food. You know what? I was thinking, let's get the gas, let's get a corpse, and let's burn our way through. But just remembered, just a few doors up, there is an EP Tools, a hardware store, so it would be a tremendous amount of luck if Dan could find a sledgehammer in there, because that's a slightly safer option than setting a building on fire. But it turns out that EP Tools, it's a lot farther away than Dan remembered. It's quite a long walk, and of course there is quite a lot of zombies, but Dan really doesn't want to spend all day looting. He's not going to be systematically looking to loot every single location, every single container. He needs to be picky. He's looking for food, guns, and ammo, as always. But those shelves look full. Could find some really useful weapons here. Okay, well, the area is clear. Let's check it out. Oh, come on, it'd be a massive stroke of luck if Dan could find a sledgehammer here. But he's got a good feeling about this. Well, the shelves are certainly well stocked, but they are not stocked with the right sort of thing. Lots of pipe wrenches, lots of hammers, lots of anything but a sledgehammer. Dan's got a difficult decision here. Do we want to risk it? Does he want to risk setting himself and the whole building on fire? It's kind of too tempting to not do so, really. Let's try it. Okay, well, you know what? Dan has just remembered something really, really interesting. Yes, there we go. Just up here is possibly one of the most valuable locations nearby for Dan. It's a fire station, and we know what a fire station means. That means a fire axe. So, it'd be amazing if Dan could find a sledgehammer as well. Okay, well, as always, as almost always is, there is a big group of zombies between where Dan wants to get to. They're in his way, but they will not be in his way for long. Okay, well, that is the zombies pretty much taken care of outside. There are more inside. This is going to be tricky. Dan needs to be careful. Okay, I think there's just two more inside, so hopefully Dan should be able to get in without being noticed. Take them out without any trouble. There we go. That's what you need. You need quick and efficient kills. Take out the threat before it gets too much, and of course, yeah, the next hit takes him 3. There we go. Oh wow. Oh wow, would you look at that nut? I mean, that's just, everything's just kind of going Dan's way at the moment. He was hopeful for a fire axe. He kind of hoped for more. Could always hope for more, but he did not expect to find a sledgehammer exactly when he needed it. That is amazing. Have we got any more storage areas here? We've got a couple of shelves. I just check the tool thing, just a hammer. Okay, well, we got another fire axe, but more importantly, we got a sledgehammer, which means Dan can get into that gun store. It's nice timing. Get into that hunting supply store without the risk of setting himself on fire. Actually, let's just check the rest of the building before we move on. Oh man, upstairs is a really nice living space. If Dan was forced into having an extended stay in Louisville, in Knox County, this would make quite a beautiful base of operations. But there is no way he wants to stay any longer than he absolutely has to. Let's get back to the hunting supply store with that sledgehammer. Let's get in. Okay, this is a little bit of a dicey situation, but Dan's had a good look around off into the distance, and there's not a zombie as far as the eye could see. Of course, that was the cue for a zombie to appear out of nowhere, but that just goes to show just how well, more shotguns, just how well today has gone for Dan. It really couldn't have gone any better. Let's put the sledgehammer away, let's grab a bag, and let's hopefully fill it up with some more valuable ammo. Okay, so again, Dan is going to be picky. He's going to look to pick up just 5.56 rounds, 9mm, and shotgun shells, because that goes with the guns that he's already got. Doesn't need anything and everything. Okay, well, that is this place searched, and I gotta say, that is just incredible. Look at that, 17 boxes of shotgun shells in just one location, and Dan has actually lost count now just how many boxes of shells he's got. It's just incredible. Now I hope that Dan isn't pushing his luck. It is starting to get dark and he doesn't have a clear plan, but he wants to continue, he wants to push forward today. He wants to find a new location for him to sleep tonight that is more north, that's more further into Louisville, that is closer to his extraction zone. So let's put away this Alice pack, which is absolutely full of just an incredible amount of gear. I mean, Dan is running out of bags and room in this truck. Well, that is the road ahead for Dan in Louisville. When you look the amount of homes, and look at the amount of, it's just suburbia, it's massive, isn't it? But here he thinks, if he remembers rightly, if he's got a good memory for locations, things he's seen from the air, let's hope his memory doesn't trick him, but he thinks this here is a little gated community, so he's going to actually try. It's really risky. It's a risk that arguably doesn't need to take, but he's so close to his goal now. Wow, thought of. There's still quite a long way away. There's still a lot of zombies standing between him and that mall, but he wants to make good progress today, so he's going to push it. It's getting dark. He's not tired though. He's got a fire axe. He's got 2 hand axes. He's ready to do some damage. He's going to make straight for this place, park up, clear the area. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, so I believe this is the turn, and Dan has been really encouraged by just how few zombies he's seen on the road. That is, until he took this turn. He's got a bad feeling about this. Is this a risk too far? Okay, well, it looks like this is the place. This is all gated off. Now, who knows how many zombies there are? Ooh, wow, that is okay. That is a tight turn. This is. I mean, these are the decisions that you just have to really carefully think about, and they're often sometimes they're the decisions that you make in a snap moment. Now, the turn is actually too difficult. It is too tight a turn for Dan to... Oh, come on, finish them off. There's a zombie right behind. Oh, that turn is actually too difficult for Dan to drive the truck down. But that might be a good thing, because he could be driving into a dead end that he's not able to fight his way out of. I mean, where are the zombies? I just can't believe how quiet it is. Okay, well, it's time for Dan to head on in. Oof, he doesn't want to get surrounded. He likes to keep the zombies all one side. Let's make these kills quick. Dan is in a vulnerable situation. Okay, well, his pill swallowing has been interrupted. just about anything and everything he tries to do always seems to get interrupted by a zombie. Now this is really difficult because there's a lot of trees nearby and it is dark, so it's going to be really difficult to see the zombies until they're right on top of him. Okay, well this is definitely the place. So it doesn't seem to have attracted. Oh no, the hand axe has gone already. Dan doesn't seem to have attracted too much attention. This place, thought potentially he could end up quite easily driving into this area, which is a dead end, and that he would be overwhelmed and nowhere to run to. But it couldn't have gone much better. I just can't believe how few zombies there are here. Oof, as he almost gets 3 on him. There could be zombies coming in from any direction. He really needs to be careful here. Okay. Oh man, that hand axe takes him out quickly. Okay, well it's made a little bit more complicated by the fact that Dan is tired and exerted. You can see what a massive difference that makes for his ability to fight. And the zombies keep coming out of the woodwork in little 1s and 2s and are slowly wearing him down again. Okay, but there we go. Okay, Dan is tired and exerted. Let's take a vitamin pill just to keep him awake a little bit more, because I think he's going to have to do a little bit more work in the neighborhood before he can safely sleep tonight. Okay, so as it's getting late, man, this is so dicey. You just can't see the zombies. Is there anything more terrifying than hearing the zombie and not knowing where it is, especially in the dark? But fortunately, those zombies are on the wrong side of the fence, or at least for them. But down there on the right side of the fence. But he's just going to concentrate on clearing this backyard, getting in this house, making sure it is clear. Doesn't have to clear the whole complex. It could take hours. There's not going to be that many zombies coming in because there's a high fence all the way around. So he's just got to... I mean, this is dicey. That's a lot of trees. Needs to be careful here. Okay, there you go. That's why you check around the building before you go in. Just quite easily could be a group of zombies out the back. It could really surprise you when you're sleeping. This is really dicey. Dan is really jumping at shadows, and also because he's exerted, taking them longer to take out the zombies, which makes him vulnerable to an attack from behind. The zombie just appearing out amongst the trees. Okay, well it turns out this backyard, you can't really call it a backyard. It's absolutely massive. It just goes out to the very edge. This is a beautiful area. Again, this one, oh my god, I didn't even see that zombie come in. Oh my god, this is so dicey. And that's another hand axe gone. Again, it's been another busy day for zombie kills for Dan. Okay, well that's a big area, but I think that is going to have to do. Let's get inside out of sight and clear this house. It's a big house. It could still potentially be a lot of danger for Dan. Okay, Dan could hear a zombie inside, and he wanted to just make sure he knew exactly where they were before he went in. Let's just hope that it is just the one. Okay, that's what we want. We want a quick and easy kill. Let's check the rest of the house. Make sure it's safe. Okay, well that is the ground floor searched, and I think Dan has been really lucky. There's only one zombie downstairs in such a large house, but he's still got to check upstairs. They still can't relax just yet. Okay, with that is the last room check. This place, it's absolutely massive. It's a beautiful, beautiful house, but more importantly, it is completely clear of zombies. So finally, at least once he closes these curtains, Dan can finally relax. It has been another long day. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Dan is tired. He is very hungry. Does he have any food? Let's have a beautiful canned corned beef. That sounds delicious. But Dan has come a long way. He's made rapid progress into Louisville already in just a couple of days. He is well on his way to get into the Ohio grand mall, but I mean, that's potentially the easy bit. The amount of zombies he's still going to have to fight to get there, but then the amount of zombies once he gets there will just be on a different level. But that is going to be a challenge and adventure for another day. For now, Dan needs to sleep, but he has done well. He has got a load of food. He's got a crazy amount of shotgun shells. It's starting to feel like that Dan is actually ready, that he could actually do this. But if you want to find out if he can actually do this, and if you haven't already, then hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode is out. Like and comment. I really hope you guys are enjoying this series, because Dan, well, he certainly is. Thank you very much. Peace.